So I call on the next speaker. Her name is Dr. Marissa Ceresnie. She's a clinical research fellow at the Henry Ford Hospital in Dermatology. She's going to present to us the complementary and alternative medicine options used in vitiligo patients.
Thank you for the introduction. I'm Marissa Ceresnie, clinical research fellow at Henry Ford in Detroit, Michigan, USA. I'm very excited to be here in India and present to you our work on complementary and alternative medicine use in patients with vitiligo. In this presentation, I will discuss conventional therapies and over-the-counter products, or OTCs as I'm calling them. Conventional therapies require physician involvement. They include things like prescription oral and topical agents, surgeries, and phototherapy. Over-the-counter products are not prescribed or ordered by a physician, and they include things like complementary and alternative medicines, like vitamins and minerals and natural supplements, and cosmetic camouflage products. In this study, we aim to answer the following questions. Why do patients with vitiligo use OTCs? Which patient populations are using OTCs? Which OTCs are popular among patients with vitiligo? And are patients with vitiligo reporting side effects associated with using the OTCs? To investigate our objectives, we designed a cross-sectional survey that was accessed via SurveyMonkey website. Participants were 18 years or older with reported vitiligo that was diagnosed by a healthcare provider. The survey was distributed from July 2021 to July 2022 among vitiligo support groups in the United States and My Vitiligo teams, which has members worldwide. We had a total of 224 participants in our survey. Shown in the left chart, 58% of our participants, or 131, used conventional therapies only. 41%, or 92 participants, use either OTCs alone or in combination with conventional therapies. Of those, so 22% of our total population, or 49 participants, used both OTCs and conventional therapies together, and 19%, or 43 participants, use OTCs only. We found that younger patients, ages 18 to 44, were 1.8 times more likely to use OTCs compared to older patients, ages 45 and up. We asked our participants to select up to 3 reasons for using OTCs. We're going to discuss the top 4 here. Number 1 reason was that conventional therapy has not worked for them, and that was 56%. Number 2 was due to side effect concerns of conventional therapy. Number 3 was due to easier application and less time commitment. And number 4 was due to the high cost of conventional therapies. Participants were asked to select all OTCs that they have used. These are the top 6 here. Number 1 was Cosmetic Camouflage at 62% of those who use OTCs. Number 2 was vitamin B12. 3 was vitamin D, zinc was number 4, ginkgo biloba was number 5, and vitamin C was number 6. We assessed which OTCs had the highest odds of participant-reported stabilization and repigmentation. The OTCs with the highest odds of participant-reported stabilization were vitamin A, copper, selenium, vitamin C, and vitamin E. The OTCs with the highest odds of participant-reported repigmentation were vitamin A, vitamin C, and copper. We also assessed if participants were reporting any side effects possibly associated with their OTC use. 6%, or 5 out of the 80 participants who responded to this question, reported at least one associated symptom. These are the ones that were listed, and some participants reported more than one side effect. All of these highlighted here could possibly be from OTCs, but some of these patients also were using conventional therapies, so some could be also due to those as well. We found that participants who used camouflage had a lower odds of reporting stabilization compared to those who were not using a camouflage product. Camouflage was also ranked as the #1 most helpful OTC product among participants. It is important to consider the evidence supporting the most popular OTCs. We have previously discussed the evidence supporting cosmetic camouflage in improving quality of life in patients with vitiligo. Vitamin D and ginkgo biloba both have the strongest evidence to support them among the top OTCs. Vitamin D has been shown to have stimulatory and protective effects on melanocytes, and topical and oral forms have been used in combination with other vitiligo treatments. Deficiency in vitamin D has also been found among patients with vitiligo. And ginkgo biloba has been shown to improve vitiligo stabilization as well. The remaining 3 products lack robust clinical evidence to support their use in vitiligo. Low levels of zinc have been found in patients with vitiligo, and vitamin C and B12 are both antioxidants too, so theoretically they could have a role in vitiligo. In conclusion, many patients, especially the younger ones, are safely using OTCs to manage their vitiligo. We hope that our results improve awareness of OTCs among providers and encourage more discussion of camouflage, especially with patients who have unstable disease. There is some evidence to support many popular OTCs, with the strongest being vitamin D and ginkgo biloba. We hope our results can be used to shape the future development of conventional therapies, especially focusing on the top reasons why patients use OTCs. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Yes, go ahead.
That was a great presentation, and I'm just going to say supplements, or OTCs. I think they're one and the same. My concern with supplements are twofold. One, it's a $1 billion industry in the U.S., and it's not FDA regulated, and there are a lot of placebo supplements out there that do not work. That could skew your results. Just want to get a feedback from that comment. And number 2, when it comes to supplements, I always like to tell people, talk to your healthcare provider when taking supplements.
Thank you. If 40% in the States, just want to guess, how many in Saudi Arabia and in other countries? So I would presume in the state that, the patient education is very high. So 40% they are taking those stuff, is it?
Either alone or in combination with conventional therapies. What they reported in the survey. Mm-hmm. So it depends. That happens to be the people who did the survey.
Thank you. Well done. Khalid, last question. Can you give the microphone?
There is something that should be said, is that your survey, you only have 200 respondents, and you send it to how many people?
We distribute it through multiple support groups. My vitiligo teams has over 10,000 alone.
So you can, we can say that 40% are using supplements, because we only have the response in less than 1% for the respondents.
Right, that's a limitation of survey studies.
Thank you, well done.